The sun rose over the dusty streets of Ouagadougou, casting long shadows over the bustling market stalls. Vendors were already shouting their greetings, weaving through the crowd with baskets of colorful fruits and handmade crafts. This city, the capital of Burkina Faso, had always been a place of energy and movement, but change was on the horizon. A $300 million road project had begun, promising to transform not only the streets but the daily lives of the people who called this place home. The project, initiated by Ibrahim Traoré, was ambitious. 50 kilometers of modern highway were planned to connect the city center with surrounding towns, reducing travel time, boosting commerce, and opening new opportunities for residents. The government had promised that this project would catalyze regional development, but its success would depend on overcoming a series of logistical and environmental challenges. Construction crews worked from dawn until dusk. Bulldozers and cranes moved steadily, reshaping the landscape. Concrete mixers spun rhythmically as workers laid the foundations of the new road. Dust rose around them, coating clothes and faces, yet determination was clear in every movement. This was more than just a construction site, it was a symbol of hope. Local residents watched with curiosity and anticipation. Some were skeptical, remembering previous projects that had stalled or failed, but others saw the potential for improvement. "If this road is completed," said one market vendor, "we can get our goods to the city faster and people from other towns will come here more easily. It will change everything." Children ran alongside the construction barriers, their laughter mingling with the sounds of machinery. In their eyes, the road represented not only progress but a future filled with possibilities. The cultural dimension of the project was equally significant. Burkina Faso is a country rich in tradition, from its music and dance to its vibrant street life. Street food vendors continued their daily routines, frying dough and grilling meat over open flames. The aroma wafted across the construction site, reminding everyone that life goes on even amidst change. Workers paused occasionally to buy snacks from vendors, sharing smiles and conversations. In this way, the new infrastructure did not erase culture. Instead, it became a part of the evolving urban rhythm. Challenges, however, were never far away. Materials sometimes arrived late and the rainy season made certain stretches impassable. Machinery broke down, causing delays that frustrated both workers and residents. Safety was an ongoing concern, requiring constant vigilance. Yet these obstacles did not deter the teams on site. Daily meetings addressed problems, and solutions were implemented as quickly as possible. The spirit of cooperation and resilience was evident in every action. As weeks turned into months, visible progress became undeniable. Sections of the road were completed, allowing vehicles to pass smoothly for the first time in decades. Residents began to imagine a future where travel was faster, commerce was more fluid, and opportunities for employment were more abundant. The project had also created jobs, not only for construction workers but for supporting roles in logistics, catering, and security. For many families, this meant a newfound sense of stability. In the evenings, as the sun dipped below the horizon, the city seemed to pause and reflect on its transformation. Street lamps flickered to life along partially completed roads, casting warm light on children playing nearby. Conversations among neighbors often turned to the road, its benefits, and the potential for further development. Some discussed plans to open new businesses, others shared stories of how the project had already affected their routines. The roads were more than asphalt and concrete. They were threads weaving together the social and economic fabric of the community. Meanwhile, government officials and planners continued to monitor the project closely. Data on construction progress, material supply, and traffic patterns were reviewed daily. Adjustments were made to ensure efficiency and minimize disruption. Public engagement remained a priority, with meetings and informational sessions held to keep residents informed. Transparency and accountability were emphasized, recognizing that public trust was essential for the long-term success of the project. As Segment 1 closes, the narrative is clear. Burkina Faso is at a crossroads. The new roads are not just physical structures, they represent a bridge to opportunity, growth, and cultural preservation. The challenges are real, but so are the rewards. For the residents, every brick laid and every meter of asphalt represents progress toward a future that was once only imagined. The dawn brought another busy day to the streets surrounding the new highway. Children ran to school, carrying backpacks worn thin from years of use. Mothers juggled baskets of produce while keeping an eye on their toddlers. The sounds of Ouagadougou, the clatter of carts, calls of street vendors, the distant hum of motorbikes mingled with the low rumble of construction machinery. Each day, the project seemed to integrate more seamlessly into the rhythm of the city. Workers clad in reflective vests and hard hats coordinated with precise movements. Engineers inspected the foundations, checking alignment and thickness, while crane operators hoisted steel beams into place. Despite occasional setbacks, the sense of progress was palpable. "We are building not just a road but a pathway to prosperity," one supervisor commented. His voice over the din of machines conveyed both pride and urgency. Local businesses began to adapt. Market stalls that once struggled with irregular customer traffic now saw increased footfall. Transporters could deliver goods faster and more reliably, reducing costs and spoilage. Small-scale traders began experimenting with new products, confident that demand would grow as the city became more accessible. Economists noted that the road was already creating a ripple effect: informal jobs, new shops, and a tentative optimism about the city's potential. Street life flourished alongside construction. Women sold grilled meat, fresh juice, and handmade jewelry along the sidewalks near the site. Their entrepreneurial spirit intertwined with the project, creating a dynamic ecosystem where tradition and modernization coexisted. Musicians and dancers often performed nearby during breaks, celebrating both culture and community resilience. The streets became a stage where daily commerce, culture, and development intersected. Residents shared stories about how the project affected their lives. A young teacher spoke of how the road shortened her commute by nearly 30 minutes, allowing her to spend more time with her students and family. A bicycle courier described the newfound efficiency in delivering packages across neighborhoods that had previously been difficult to navigate. Even older citizens, initially skeptical, expressed hope that this development would leave a lasting legacy for future generations. Despite the progress, logistical challenges remained constant. Rainy periods caused temporary flooding in areas not yet paved, and supply chains occasionally faltered. Workers developed strategies to minimize downtime, moving equipment to drier ground or adjusting schedules to account for weather. These adaptive measures demonstrated a commitment to resilience and highlighted the complexities inherent in managing a massive infrastructure project in a developing urban environment. Beyond the immediate economic benefits, the road symbolized a shift in regional connectivity. Surrounding towns, previously isolated, now anticipated easier access to healthcare, education, and markets. Farmers in remote areas planned to transport their produce more efficiently, reducing waste and increasing income. Schoolchildren envisioned trips to libraries or cultural centers that had once been impractical. The road was more than concrete and asphalt. It was a conduit of opportunity. Community engagement played a vital role. Public meetings and informational sessions ensured residents were informed about the project's progress, potential disruptions, and long-term benefits. Officials emphasized transparency, recognizing that trust and collaboration were essential to project success. Feedback loops allowed residents to voice concerns and suggest improvements, fostering a sense of ownership over the project. The road became a shared vision rather than a top-down imposition. As the sun set over Ouagadougou, the city transformed yet again. Shadows stretched across newly graded roads while street lamps flickered to life. People paused to reflect on the day, acknowledging both the progress made and the work still ahead. For many, this road represented more than a shortcut. It embodied hope, resilience, and the promise of a brighter, interconnected future.